Alrighty, time for some of the fun prediction before any of the official banners, everyone. This time around, it's going to be Mavuika and Citlali banner prediction. It's been a huge surprise for me that whole universe actually decided to give us two new 5-star characters right side by side in the first phase of a new year. I mean, like, it's a good thing for you to do that for us in the new year. It's kind of like a happy new year kind of thing, but you know, for many of the players out there, it's going to be a little bit hard. Now, guys, there is the current web event available from whole universe that's named Stand with Mavuika right now that you can actually get up to a 240 Primogems rewards and so many others as well. So be sure to check my description for the link to the direct website, as I'm sure it will be a very fun little reward for you guys before patch 5.3 actually arrive. Now, as usual, any of the 4-star characters that already appeared in patch 5.2, which are Barbara, Sucrose, Auron, Fischl Hazel, and Yao Yao, technically would not have any way of appearing once again. As usual, how we're going to be looking into the rest of the 4-star characters, we're going to be ranking them based on low chance of high chance of appearances that they may have on the banner. So for the low chance, we're going to have Dory, Carly, Candice, Cookie, Xingqiu, Sethos, Xinyan, Kachina, Thomas, Sarah, Kave, Ningguang, Kirara, Xiangling, Razor, and Yan Fei. For the medium chance, we have Garmic, Noel, Lynette, Fremide, Layla, Beidou, Farzan, Charlotte, Chongyun, Mika, Goro, and Junjin. Okay, so on a high chance, we're going to be seeing Sayu, Diona, Chevrus, Rosaria, and Bennett. Okay, let's have a look into the high chance character here because it's actually kind of interesting. Now, Sayu, she hasn't been back for a very long time. It was all the way back since 4.0. Not as long as Mika, because Mika is 3.8, but obviously Mika has absolutely no resonance whatsoever, so I don't think it has any chance of appearing here. But Sayu has a decent chance because, wow, overall, even though she's not a good character, she is still an anemo character, and she can heal your character on the team, which is, you know, kind of nice. And moreover, she can, you know, hold a 4-piece VV as well. So if you're looking into a decent character for Mavuika and Citlali on the banner, I think Sayu actually makes sense. But moreover, you know, the fact that she hasn't been back for a very long time, give her a nice expectation of her being here. Now, obviously, Sayu is not really that good of a character if her constellation doesn't really help you too much. But, you know, having Sayu here is really bad compared to some of the other worst 4-star characters that may actually appear in some of the previous banner. So yeah, that's that. Next character I want to talk about is going to be Diona. Diona hasn't been back since 4.1, and she's also an interesting character if she does appear, because she does very similarly to Citlali because she has access to, you know, cryo shield and as well as healing. Now, Citlali doesn't heal your team, but she has very good cryo shield as well as, you know, the ability to do very good damage number for you and resistant shred for hydro and pyro characters. So even though they are doing similar things, I don't think it's really too bad for Diona to be here because, you know, maybe if you try to pull for Citlali and it doesn't work out, you still potentially has a Diona. And especially if you do have a Diona up until C6, it's not actually that bad because she actually gives you a 200 EM for your active character within her burst AoE. Therefore, it's still very, very good if you have a Melt Mavuika being on the team potentially. So Diona is actually not that bad of a character. Other options, you know, predicting, I'm looking into a Rosaria here. Now, she hasn't been back since 4.7, so it's not really that long, but it's, you know, compared to some of the other characters, it's already been a bit longer. Now, Rosaria is fine, her constellation is pretty good, but she is also a decent 4-star character in terms of cryo applications. If you do want to do a kind of melt team with Mavuika, for example, if you're running Mavuika, Citlali, Shilonen, and Rosaria potentially for a melt Mavuika, I think that actually will work out. So if whole universe really do want to have a good 4-star lineup, Rosaria is actually a decent character for considerations. Other than that, guys, if we were to look into some of the other pyro characters, here's where it gets interesting, because the only, you know, pyro character at this current point in time that I feel, you know, make more sense to be around here, it's going to be a Chevrus and a Bennett. Now, Chevrus and Bennett has already been back since 5.0, so they are really going to go out of their way if they actually bring back these characters. And I know many of you guys might not be happy with potentially having too many Bennett back on the banner, but considering it is a Mavuika, and Mavuika would potentially love to have a Bennett on her team, that's why I feel like, you know, I have to predict Bennett here. character. Otherwise, it doesn't really make any sense. And Chevreuse as well, right? Mavuika can work on an overload team, and especially when overload team has already had some of the decent buff out there as well. Chevreuse is a perfect character for an overload team. So if they do decide to do it, I think it's a very good thing. I love Chevreuse. I'm pretty sure you guys love her as well, because Chevreuse is just absolutely an amazing character. We have the potential to get more constellation if she does come back. So that's going to be a decent consideration. Yeah, because we have seen some of the banner that whole universe did bring back the 4-star character that already had their rerun like, you know, 1 or 2 patches ago. So that may happen. Now another decent choice might be Xiangling, even though she's only been here since 4.8. So Xiangling can have a decent consideration, but I feel that I want to cross Xiangling out right here because, you know, whole universe might not want to have Xiangling specifically on this banner, because Mavuika and Xiangling can sometimes be in almost a direct competition if you are looking into a sub DPS character. Therefore, if you also put Xiangling here, it just might make the banner into being a little bit too good. So that's not something that's always going to be in a nice consideration. That's why I'm going to be crossing out Xiangling here for the time being, and I'm only going to be guessing the current high priority character that we've just discussed. So guys, these are going to be the banner that I'm going to be predicting here, and the banner that has a decent chance overall, and I think that's also going to be good if it does happen, is going to be Sayu, Chevreuse, and Diona. Chevreuse a little bit harder to come by, but I think Sayu and Diona has a really good chance of being on the banner here, and another decent chance of a banner is going to be Diona, Bennett, and Rosaria. So those are going to be some of the high chance characters that I want you guys to, you know, look out for, and I think that they have a decent chance of coming back. But let me know down in the comment section which character do you think have the good chance of being on the banner, because I always love to have these kinds of discussions. Now guys, 5.3 is going to be a very hectic patch in terms of, you know, having banner character pools. So if you're still on the fence of can't decide which character you want to go for specifically in 5.3, I have a very in-depth video going through that for you guys. I'm sure it's going to be helping you out, so check it out right after this. If you're new to the channel guys, don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate you guys staying with me to this part of the video guys, and with that I wish you a super day, and I will catch you on my next video.